99% of the people are approaching life the wrong way, and that is why they are suffering even after getting what they want. If you have ever achieved something and still felt empty right after, this is why. There is a hidden truth of life that nobody talks about, and when you actually see this, you will never look at happiness and life the same way ever again. Right now, most people believe their happiness is somewhere out there, in money, success, relationships, recognition. So they chase, they achieve, and for a moment maybe they feel good, and then it fades and they are back to chasing again. This cycle repeats for years and sometimes an entire lifetime. But a small percentage of people see the truth and see the life differently. They realize something that completely flips the game. Your life is not broken, but your direction is. You're trying to fix the outside when the source of everything you're looking for is somewhere else. In the next few minutes, I'll break down a powerful fundamental truth from ancient Vedanta, a truth that was discovered thousands and thousands of years ago. And once you truly understand this, the chase stops forever, and so does all forms of suffering. Sri Ramana Maharshi once said, "Happiness is your nature. It's not wrong to seek it. What is wrong is to seek it outside when it is inside." It might sound like a very simple, cliche kind of a statement, but ultimately this is all that you need to know in life, that the direction in which you're moving is wrong. Your intention is not wrong. Your aspirations are not wrong. Your goals are not wrong. Even the desires are not wrong. Only the direction is wrong. The understanding is wrong. We can understand this very practically, even beyond all philosophy. Imagine a time when you felt happy, when you truly felt joyful. It can be when you bought a car or your first phone, or maybe when you held your baby for the first time. I want you to go back to that moment and feel it and see that happiness that you experienced in that moment. Now, notice something interesting here. Whatever the situation is, whether it is the baby that you're holding or the car that you're driving, happiness itself was manifested internally. It came from within. The external event, that circumstance, just acted as a temporary stimulation for that happiness within you to manifest. Happiness actually did not come with the car or with a baby or with a phone. These were just objects to your awareness, but these events allowed your ego to experience happiness for a limited period of time. Now, what the ancient rishis of India discovered thousands of years ago is this simple truth. They saw that if happiness is an internal manifestation, and whenever we experience happiness, it just comes from within, then there should be a source for it, right? Only if there is a source for something, we can experience the outflow of it and a manifestation of it. And so for decades and centuries, these ancient rishis walked on themselves, went within to figure out the truth for what it is. They explored reality. Their single goal was to understand the science of life and what reality actually is. And then they discovered the truth that there is an ocean of happiness within us. An ocean so big, an ocean so huge that it is boundless, it is limitless, it is beyond time and space, it is beyond all dimensions. And that they called it Ananda in the Vedas, the infinite, serene, limitless bliss. And every form of happiness that we experience in the world, whether through money, through power, through relationships, through sensual pleasures, it is that same happiness. It is a limited temporary manifestation from that ocean itself. And so, what they developed was a framework. What they developed was a philosophy, a system to access that ocean itself. The idea is simple. If there is an ocean of happiness, which is truly limitless, which is truly boundless, and which we can access and which we can experience, then why should we chase something in the external world? Because external world is just a reflection of who we are. and whatever it can give is always limited. And we can see this for a fact in the world. A millionaire is not happy because he wants to be a billionaire. A billionaire is not happy because he wants more. A celebrity is not happy because they wish to reach the next level of fame and success. So nothing is ever enough because we want infinite happiness. We don't want limited happiness. All of us, each and every one of us, whether you are a businessman, whether you are a professional, whether you are pursuing name, fame, power, and so on, what you actually want is happiness. And how much of it you want? You want infinite amount of it. And for how long you want it for eternity, right? This is the honest answer. And I experienced this in my own life. For years and years, I pursued different things. I started more than 6 businesses, from an architecture firm to a construction business to an interior design firm to e-commerce to a lot of things. Some did not go well. Some did really well. And I was even able to achieve money and success and to build a team and everything else, right? But I was never truly happy until I found Vedanta, because results can never be enough. I can always have more money, and the mind and the ego will always say there is that person who has more than you, that person who has more projects than you, that person who has a better car than you. It is endless, right? It's obvious, it's logical, it makes sense. But still, unconsciously, people spend lifetimes pursuing this, even after knowing that it will not yield them any form of happiness ultimately. So hence, we must come to the truth eventually. The sooner we come to this, the more intelligent we are and the better it is for us. And somehow we feel being selfish is wrong. And I'm here to tell you that being selfish is the most spiritual thing that you can be, because each and every one of us are selfish. Even those who proclaim themselves to be spiritual seekers and gurus are selfish. Everybody somehow wants that happiness. It's just that some people are seeking it through a business, some people through their careers, some people through relationships, and some people through spiritual evolution. All of us are after happiness. So being selfish is okay. We are designed to be selfish. The only thing is, through Vedanta, we need to understand the self more deeply. Being selfish is only dangerous when we operate from the level of ego. When we come from a place of limited identity, when we believe that we are the body and the mind, and from that identification, from that belief, if we act selfishly in this world, then it leads to adharma. Then it leads to immorality. We take wrong decisions, and that in turn affects us. But ultimately, when the understanding of the self evolves, when we understand through Vedanta that we are infinite, limitless, boundless, and everything and everyone is within us at the fundamental level, now from that perspective, we can start being selfish. And even if we leave this higher truth aside, even at a practical level, if you seek happiness, if you seek sustained, long-term happiness, you will only do good things in the world, because doing immoral things, doing bad things will not be sustainable. The world will not reward you for it. You will not build the right relationships. Reality will not respond to you in a positive way, because this is the law of karma. What you give is what you get. So what is that one shift that we must have today to change our lives entirely? That one truth is this: the ocean of happiness is within you. The infinite potential is within you. Everything that you are ultimately seeking is within you. Even the money and success you seek are within you. It might not make complete sense right now, but somewhere, somehow, you know this already. You know that only when you detach yourself from the external world, only when you stop caring about what others think of you, what others believe of you, what things you have and you do not have, you will be truly happy. Right? Because nothing will ever be enough if you seek validation from the external world. But if you go within, however, and if you achieve that inner peace within and happiness within, then from that place you can begin to act consciously. And that is what is needed. The world doesn't need inaction, the world needs conscious action. That's why Krishna told Arjuna, you can wage the war even, but only if you are coming from the right place. If you understand who you are, if you understand the inner source, Do your duty, do whatever it takes in the external world, pursue your skills, your passions, your goals, your vision, but do it consciously. And there is a very profound formula that we have within Advaita conscious society. And it goes like this. It states, your state of being is inversely proportional to your attachment to the external world. Which means that the more you are attached to the external world, to outcomes, to things, to money, to people, to opinions, to validation, the less happiness you experience, because you have somehow attached your happiness to external things, and the external things always keep changing. Gita says the external world is Maya, it always keeps changing. It is never a constant. And when you tie your level of happiness to that, even your state of being keeps changing. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, and mostly it's down because nothing is enough for the ego. The one shift that you need to take from today, the one most important decision that you need to make, from which you will have to operate from today to truly experience alignment and happiness in your life, is to detach yourself from external reality, is to understand that everything is within. Only you are responsible for your happiness. Only you can give yourself happiness, and your happiness is within yourself. From that shift, from that understanding, we can be warriors in the external world. We can act consciously. We can take decisions. We can pursue whatever it is that we wish to build in this world confidently. And we will come from a place of alignment and purpose and meaning when we approach life in this way.